Easy peasy, my friend. Easy peasy. All right, so we are in the repo. Let's go check out Wally's pull requests here. Let's see what he did. Commit lint RC looks good. Has a linten, pulling in our linten package, as well as bringing in prettier at the end. Some commit messages, some pre-commit messages. Our lint stage config, so it can lint certain files that are being committed. Prettier. We're keeping this empty folder apps for now. Our package.json. Everything looks good. Yeah, it's just as important for me to know what's going on, just as Wally knows what he's putting in there. So it has to be a two-way street. All right, looks good to me. All right, Wally approved. Person who committed. Mix to merge. There we go. Very nice. So let's pull it down. So we'll do a git clone of our app. Let's go over there. So while he uses his Vim, I'm gonna use just the regular terminal and VS Code. Let me turn on screencast mode. All right. All right, so we are going to do a NextJs with TypeScript setup. So let's navigate there. Let's create. Let's look at that directory. Let's call it XD app. Yeah, let's do a nice little pm init. Let's see what we got here. All right, there we go. So just added a README file. So we have that. So we're going to do next React and React DOM. We're going to install that as dependencies. Next thing we're going to do is install our dev dependencies, which is TypeScript, types, Node, React, and React DOM. Let's go add a script in here. And let's do next dev. So let's install some dependencies. Let's create a source folder. I like to keep everything in source. It's very good for modular builds. All right, so there it is. Let's just add some base code in here. Some errors because we don't have a TS config, but that's where the magic of Next.js comes in.
This is where in the Next.js configuration. Next.js does a lot of the stuff, right? So it's super nice.
There it is. There's our configuration file. Bam, done. Fantastic. So next up is our friends over at Tailwind. So let's kind of set this up. We're going to use this setup. So let's go for it. Since we have a design system, we're going to take it to a certain point and then we're just going to back off. Oh, maybe we should bring this down. Let's install Tailwind. Tailwind CSS is the actual utility. Post CSS is the compiler. Auto prefixer does the cross browser. Now we're going to install our setup. There's our design system here. Setup could be found here. npm exec tailwind css init. and really just making a Tailwind config file for us. We also need to create a post CSS config.js. We just need to drop these in there. Watch our linting. Bam. And at this point, we are good with just the basic Tailwinds. We have a preset, which is right here. And that is really all our configurations. So we can just put that right there. Now we want to point the content to where all our stuff is. This is important because this is where it's going to look for all our stuff. This is important because we do have React components, and those React components have classes in them. In order to actually get them compiled, we need Tailwind to know that they have to look within our node modules in order to get to it. So that's where this comes into play. We are going to need to create a CSS sheet. Let's make a styles directory. And let's make a CSS sheet. So there it is. So here, Tailwind normally tells you to import these, but we have it imported already in our style sheet. So all we have to do is just import our labxd style sheet, and bam. Now that we have a style sheet, we need to inject it to it somehow. So now we're just gonna import our style sheet. All right, and let's just kind of test out if that works. Cool, there it is. So let's add a class over here. Let's add some padding. Let's add a background. Let's change the text. Super nice. You see that there's IntelliSense, all the classes right here. So you can actually just go back and push Control Space, and you see all the different ones that you can choose. So yeah, there you go. Tailwind set up with our configurations. So let's do XD card border left. There it is. So let's just take this. Let's push this up. I'm gonna do a get add all. Let's do a get commit. We're using trunk base, so we can't push directly to main. So let's create a branch. Let's do get push. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's create one. Let's change it to chore. Let's add some things. Oh, small issue. And there we go. New commit with NextJs, TypeScript, and Tailwind all set up.